Welcome, I'm Tobin. In a lot of ways, I'm about to share with you my first straight razor shave. In case you missed it, I'll put a link in the description. My previous video was my unboxing of the Cutthroat razor kit from the Invisible Edge. Full disclosure, that kit, this razor in particular, and the brush that I'm using were sent to me for review from Adam at the Invisible Edge. I did not pay for them. We get started with the Cube 2.0 pre-shave. I wanted to keep as many variables constant as possible with this shave, so I'm going to go with a soap base that I'm very familiar with and a fragrance that I love. I've already reviewed this. If you're interested in hearing more about the fragrance, I did a snow shave with it, and then back with the advent calendar I did a river shave with it. So I won't be discussing the fragrance. I love it. It is a cedary, sagey, amazing fragrance. That's all I got to say about that. Wife and daughter approved, so I had a little bit more to say about that. I almost went with a pre-shave oil. I have a couple, but truth be told, I never use them. Now that might change moving forward, but I wanted to keep the variables constant, so I use the Cube a lot, and so that's what we're doing here today. I'm used to having my camera over here, but the way I've got you guys set up over here, you're right there. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm excited to do this. So for those of you who don't know, I got my first straight razor, or my first razor. It was a Gillette Slim in 2012. I didn't start using it until about 2014. It wasn't until about 2015 that I actually got into the hobby, and it was all of it was a slow, gradual move into it. And between 2015 and 2017, somewhere there is where I really took the plunge. 2015 is when I started buying artisan soaps, and by 2017, I was, had razor acquisition, brush, soap, all of it, right? All those disorders that us wet shavers are familiar with. The one disorder that I had never fallen prey to was straight razors, cutthroat razors, open razors, if you will. 2018-ish, my wife and I, we've always enjoyed, I need to remember to add more water to this. A few of you guys that commented on that unboxing said that I needed to make sure I was super hydrated, so I just went with a ton of water. I won't be using the sink, and got my water bottle here. So I'm going with extra water. Yes, that's going to be a ton of water. So I was talking somewhere, my wife and I, we're both into old stuff, old shit. Tobin, throwbacks. Hey, how you doing? My wife is old school in a lot of ways. I love her to pieces because of it. And we are what we would consider old school. And so we like to go, we haven't gone in a while, truth be told. Just gotten super busy, and money's gotten tight, but we love to go antiquing. And early on in our dating, we've been together just over 20 years now, married for 17. We started doing it. My parents were into old shit, and that's how I kind of got into it, and my wife's family as well. So I think it was 2018, I ran into this antique shop in Corvallis, Oregon, which is where Oregon State University is. I live near the University of Oregon. Go Ducks. And so while we were there, I found a strop that I have since given to Phil Decker, who is the artisan at Bricktown Grooming, and a razor. Fixed it up, never got it really shave ready. So this is nice and wet now. And start working it into the beard where I have the Cube already waiting for us. Brought that home, tried to get it shave ready, never did. Ended up having a friend of mine, Clinton Conley. If you follow my content, you've heard me talk about him. He passed away. He sent me one that was shave ready, ready to go. I shaved with it once, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really crazy about the experience. I lacked patience. I was still learning, my own technique kind of in some ways at that time. And I don't know, it didn't really click for me. I used it again, and part of it subconsciously and consciously, I thought about rabbit holes, maintenance. That's one thing with straight razors. There's the maintenance that goes involved. So just for a variety of reasons, I never used it again after that second shave. Now, I've used a lot of shavettes. What I was starting to show you a second ago was the dermaplaner. If you follow my content, you know that is what my wife and daughter use. Long story short, they used to use the cheap disposable ones, and they now use the leaf dermaplaner. And I've used that for 2 or 3 shaves. And when it comes to shavettes, it's the way to go. It really is. And I do have a discount code for that at checkout at Leaf, 10% off your purchase. So I almost never talked about that, but that is there. How are we looking on the hydration? I know the lighting in here isn't the best. Emily and I are huge Spider-Man fans. Those posters behind me are from the re-releases of the movies. They brought them back to the theaters to celebrate the 20th anniversary or whatever it was. My wife and daughter went to all 3 of them. They were only back in theaters on Monday night and one night only. So whenever it was, part 1, April 15th. So it was back on April 15th, and on April 22nd was part 2, and then the 29th would have been part 3. I only made it for part 3 because I work Monday nights. My wife works 4/10s and has Mondays off, so it was perfect for them to go. And I took that April 29th off to go and see it with them, so I used some PTO. So that's where those are from. Emily and I are huge Spider-Man fans, as is our oldest, Austin. Luke, you've seen him before in shave videos, but he never really got into Spider-Man. He doesn't dislike Spider-Man, he's just not crazy about Spider-Man like we are. All right, so looking at that, I feel like it'd probably be more hydrated just because of what you guys have said. Hit it with some water real quick. Let me pause it. Okay, it's like 3 or 4 different people literally said to make sure that I hydrate my soap more than normal. I haven't put it on my face yet. Just been working in the bowl for a second here. That is super wet compared to what I would normally use. I like a Cool Whip consistency. I know, a lot of guys like that yogurty consistency, and that's basically where we're at. So I am basically considering this my first ever straight razor shave. And once again, this is the Ralph Aust, sent to me for review from the Invisible Edge in the United Kingdom. This won't be my last with this. I do, depending on how much I cut I've kind of been thinking it over, right? Depending on how bad or how well this first shave goes, will be where I do my next step with this. So I'm looking at it as I'm a beginner wet shaver, or a beginner straight razor user. And so how I kind of want to approach it is take you guys along on the journey with me. Since I agreed to reviewing this, I have decided to take the plunge. How's that looking, guys? Be honest. Is it wet enough? Did I get it too wet? If it's any wetter, I feel like it won't really stay on my face. As you can see, I'm already making a mess. This is a Best Badger. It doesn't have any company's name on it other than the Invisible Edge. It's made for the Invisible Edge, and I don't see anywhere in their literature or anywhere that they say where they're buying it from. It is a very soft pure badger. It's not prickly. There is a slight prick to it, but it's not like some of my pure or black badger or gray badgers. It is a very pleasant scritch. I like a little scritch, and I would say this might be my new favorite pure badger. Earlier, before doing the shave, I soaked it and whipped up a lather with it and massaged it and did the cleaning process the way that I do with my other brushes, if you guys have seen that. So I've already gone through and done that. I have over here the Osama styptic pencil that Invisible Edge sent me. I have my old PAA one. I also have with me an alum stick, and just in case things go too terribly sour and I decide to abort the shave, but if I'm still doing well enough to complete the shave, I have my stainless steel Ascension razor loaded with a junky generic Bali type yakety schmackety. I think I put this off long enough. So, honed by Adam at the Invisible Edge. I know my lighting is crap. Sorry, guys. It's like 2 a.m. I work a swing shift. All right, that's how you hold it, right? And then go over here. All right, I'm going to start with the right side. I am right-handed. If you watch my videos, I am ambidextrous with my shaves. All right, I'm not going to look at you. I'm going to look in the mirror. So I'm going to put it flat to my face. Bring it. Back flat to the face. Bring it. Almost cut off my ear. Did a Van Gogh. Shave off my mustache. I don't normally get nervous, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. Oh, the neck. Let's do the left side real quick. Is it typical, right, that you kind of bends in the finger right that, right? Yeah. All right. Flat, bring it. I won't lie, I'm really sketch of doing my neck, and I lied, I am going to be using the sink. I know a lot of times you guys just wipe it off, right? I'm not ready to do that. All right. Flat. A little sketch. On the neck. Is it easier if I go like this? I think, guys, I might just leave it my cheeks for this first one. I haven't been this sketch with a shave in a long time. Flat. It's not tuggy or anything. How's that feedback sound on the camera? flat. That's pretty damn good. Damn, son. Well, I got myself a little right there. Did I see blood a second ago? Maybe not. You guys ever see me not talk? So I want to call that good on my neck for the straight razor. Let's try across the grain up here. And then I'll just do a quick little cleanup down here with the DOC. All right. I'm gonna open this up. Did about 1/8 of a turn, maybe a little more. Give it to me raw and real, guys. Don't hold back. If you use a straight, let me have it. Honest and real. Thinking maybe I need to get a guy like Joe Dean to do a live shave tutorial with me. I was thinking about that earlier. And you guys game for that? All right, still looking pretty good and wet. Glenn Sherman, if you see this, who was that you were talking about when you did your experience a year ago or whenever that was? I remember you doing the luxury shaving hobbyist, Glenn, when he got into wet shaving, not wet shaving, straight razors. He was talking about someone that had a great tutorial program. Who was that, Glenn? Am I thinking right? All right. So, Jesus. I should have watched some videos. I was watching one earlier. Cajun. What's your username? When I use a DE, I don't go this direction. It just feels more natural. It's feeling great. How's the technique? Crap? I believe it. I'd say you're lying if it isn't. Alright, flat. Well, I did get myself. That's what I thought. Not bad though. All right, so I'm kind of wussing out here. I got myself over here too, right there. I'm gonna take that as a victory though, guys. How'd I do? Be honest. Felt good. Felt real good. I was hoping to have I really want to go against the grain, but I'm not going to. All right. So, give me 2 seconds to rinse. All right. Got here a very best towel from Hendrix Classics & Co. I never used any of the, what are they, Lancasters, anything like that, but I thought I knocked off my earring, and I did. Got it. So I never tried the Lancaster or anything like that. The only other, well, I got my bowl on it. The only other like microfiber cloths I ever had are ones for my truck. I never had any of the shade ones. This thing is amazing compared to what I normally use. Like, just phenomenal. Thankfully, all I gotta worry about finding is the back of my earring here in a minute. Learning new things. Old man. Witch hazel. So I'm not going to worry about the diptych. And if you follow my content, I haven't been using alum. I've been on a witch hazel kick, and I feel like I don't need any of the hemostatics, including alum. Just going to hit it with some witch hazel. This is the Galactic Witch Hazel from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Just put in a little travel size bottle. Next, we're going to hit that with the Hinoki and Sage Splash. So if any of you guys want to do like a tutorial, that'd be fun. A live shave walkthrough, I think that might be cool. And then please, links to videos or whatever. I feel like that was a great first shave. I'm happy with the results. I wish I would have felt up to going across the grain on the neck, but I'm going to go with it. I want to again thank Adam for sending me the Cutthroat starter kit. Great little brush. I love it. 22 millimeter Pure Badger with a 55 millimeter loft. I need to remember to keep this bad boy dry right because it's carbon steel. So wiping it like so, putting it away totally dry. I'm going to watch a couple of videos before I actually put this away. I watched one earlier today. So please, if you guys got any good tutorials, let me know. Glenn, I was meant to send you a message earlier today, but I didn't, to ask you who that tutorial series was that you were really impressed with when you were doing your videos. Last but not least, I'm gonna hit it with some serum. I will use this a couple of times off the camera this week, and then when I get a little bit more comfortable, I will do a 2-pass shave with it. And I have a little bit of experience with the strop, but I'll watch a couple more videos. I know Pete Hendricks did a really good one, and with that 1 3/4, I'm going to have to do what he called a X pattern with honing it, or stropping it rather. Oh God, I love my serum. I haven't used that in a while either. I've been using the aloe vera. It's a little big things, my friends. 24 minutes. Damn, where's the time go? Time flies when you're having fun, and when you're white knuckling it with your first official time using a straight. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining me.